10 months ago, this high school student was immersed in her school books. She now spends her days stitching clothes on this sewing machine. Since Taliban took power, girls over the age of 11 are prohibited from school.
This part should be wider.
Okay.
From here onwards.
Is this part okay?
Well done, my daughter.
Since the day they closed the schools, I turned to sewing. It keeps me busy and allows me to relieve the stress I feel. It's so difficult. Every night I imagine that when I wake up in the morning, I will go to school. But that never happens. Everything is depressing.
For their own safety, these two high school sisters want to remain anonymous. Like millions of Afghan women, they are disappointed. Although the Taliban had initially promised to let them study, they still have to fulfill that promise.
Taliban want this, that women are just for working at a home and boarding childs. But we shouldn't break our dreams and our hopes. I want to continue my education. One day I will be a good doctor here and service to my people and community.
In this private school in the center of the city, boys and girls are studying side by side, but only until the 6th grade. Older girls are excluded.
Open your book. What page have you reached? Who can tell me what these scientists invented? Yes, Khadija, come. My sweet child, can you tell me?
It's Thomas Edison. He invented electricity.
Bravo, yes, he invented electricity.
Nadia Wilami tries to look unruffled in front of her students. But when she thinks of her former students who are banished from school, she struggles to hold back her tears.
I hope God will open the doors for us. I wish that one day, with God's help, schools will reopen for older girls. It is my wish and my request to the Islamic Emirate to think about the older girls.
I would like to be as educated as my teacher. But once we finish our 6th year, we will no longer be able to continue school. I hope the Taliban will allow us to continue our studies.
We are sad for our sisters and their friends who can no longer go to school and continue their studies and who cannot achieve their dreams.
In the heart of the city under hiding, some Afghan women have decided to fight the injustice. This teacher gives lessons to about 50 middle and high school girls in the backyard of her house.
They were my students in public school. For example, she is and they are. And others are not in public school. می‌فهمیم که مشکلات‌های زیاده مواجه میشیم.
I'm scared, but I agree to risk my life by giving these lessons in hiding. Because when a man studies, it's for himself. But when a woman studies, society benefits as a whole. Because it's the women who raise the children who will make up the society of tomorrow.
Why can men study and not us? How can educating women be a sin?
In another district of the city, some fathers are mobilizing to convince the Taliban to let their daughters study. They take their appeal to the mullah of the local mosque.
We want you to go to the governor and ask him to talk to the authorities about reopening the schools for girls.
For a country to work, it needs the contribution of women and men. The government should therefore allow the education of girls.
Okay, I assure you that I will ask the government to open classes to girls while respecting Islamic Sharia. As a specialist in Islam, I think that if education is a need for men, it is also a need for women, but within an Islamic framework. Men and women should not be together in the classroom. Only women should teach female students. I'm in favor of opening schools for girls, but only within the framework of these Islamic rules.
Some senior Taliban officials share this opinion, but the hardliners do not. And to this day, they are the ones in control.